Hey folks, Steve here. It's been a while. I haven't had any real issues with this bike until lately, and this is the reason for today's video. When I took off the air injection, I left the solenoid on there. Just like Del Boy said to do. But the last couple months it's been ticking at idle. And it's really annoying, and it's affecting the engine because you can kind of feel it moving around. So what I'm going to do today is take this off, and instead of cutting this this electric adapter and soldering and doing all the leads and the resistor, there's a gentleman in Michigan, United States, and what he's done here, he makes a bunch of different parts. What he's done here is he made this thing already, and it's $19. And all you do is disconnect this, the electric part from the solenoid, get rid of the solenoid, plug in, and just put it into this bolt. And it's basically a plug and play, and it should solve that problem. So that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so let's take off this this harness here. I thought this was a 27 Torx bolt, but it isn't, because the 27 doesn't fit. So I don't know what it is. Might be a 25. Anyways, I have a backup Torx wrench that I'm going to use instead. All right. Try to keep this in place. You got to remember how this goes when you put it back. It's not real, it's not obvious. Okay, so here's the solenoid that's making the noise. So you just slip that off. We're gonna disconnect this bolt here. And I think what happened, see, because I didn't put a plug in it on this side or that side. I think like over the last year, dirt and debris has gotten in there, and it's affecting it somehow, making that sound. Okay, so let's put this back on. You can only put it in one way because you see that channel, it goes right there. Plugged in. Perfect. Let's put everything back together. Alright, so what took off the solenoid, now I'm going to put this harness back. And after some trial and error, we decided to put this first bolt on, just to get it seated. Alright, and then from there, we're going to put it in. I figured just put these clips on the outside instead of, it's really the only way to go, because it's blocking from underneath. So that should be good right there. Let me make sure all of my hoses are in place. Let's try this one more time. So what I did first is I started this bolt into these two pins into this clip, because these holes are just a little too small for that. And the interesting thing is that there's no instructional video for putting this piece together, so this might be the first one. And I told Mike, the owner of Bella Course, that I was going to put this online as a sort of, you know, what I do with all my other stuff. So he was excited about that. Alright, just a little hand tighten. There. Get that clip in. Smash this a little bit better. Alright. I think that's it. Fortunately, I can't start it up at this very moment because, as you can see, there's no gas tank. So which comes to my other video, which I'm gonna do either today or tomorrow, but it's not gonna be part of this one. I've got a problem with at highway speeds. At highway speeds, it just feels like it's running out of gas. So what I went and did is got a new fuel filter. This is BMW, but it was $20 cheaper than the Triumph one, and they're identical. One's just cheaper than the other. And when you do that, you have to change out the rubber seal. So I went and picked this up, 15 bucks, not bad. This was 30. So I'm going to change that in another video. Once I do that, so I'll record that and then start her up and see if the ticking goes away. I hope it really does. All right, stay tuned for next one. Thanks.